Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Road to Endgame. So we're basically going through Tap Titans from scratch. If you've just seen this episode and you haven't seen the series, go back to episode 1, watch the whole lot if you want to. Each episode I will try to explain exactly what I'm doing, the reasons why, and basically go through step by step. What I'll try to do as well, I'm trying to answer all the questions from the previous episodes, so if you've got anything interesting in that episode, I will try to answer it in this one. And yeah, let's just start pushing. So at the moment my max stage is, so look, it's 5,549, and in this episode I want to go for a push. I'm going to prestige first to get a ton of relics, push a little bit, and normally you'd only push during tournament, but unfortunately I was a bit busy during yesterday's tournament. That was Sundays, so I didn't have time to push, unfortunately. So what I do, I don't know whether or not to. I probably won't have enough for a new artifact. I'm still too early for that. Yeah, I've got 15. I'll probably have to prestige twice to get that. So instead, I'm just going to level up some of my artifacts. I'll use an artifact optimizer. I'll show you guys how I use an optimizer and the reasons why. To go through what I've currently got, I'll show you my builderuno. So let's go school tree. I am rocking a clan ship pet Heart of Midas build. That's what it looks like over there. There's two different types of gold source. It's pet Heart of Midas, which is this guy, and normally has a bit of cheston in it. Or there's fairy. Now I haven't done fairy because it would mean I have to put some points into that to unlock fairy, and instead I'd rather use it in the warlord tree to give a bit more push and power. I'll probably only do fairy if I can skip ads. So you can do that when you get VIP. I think you've got to spend like 50 quid, 25 quid. I don't know, I think skipping ads is 25 quid. So I haven't done that yet. I probably won't do it in this account. I think I might spend $5 here and there, but we'll see. See how it goes. I'm trying to make sure this account is free to play as much as possible. So that is my. Oh, let's watch this ad. So at the moment I don't mind watching ads because clan ship builds tend to be a bit slow. You should be averaging between half an hour to an hour. I myself about 15-20 minutes runs, and that's just because my clan XP is high, so my advanced start is high, so I'm starting at higher stages, so my run time is shorter. But if you're new, the average should be about half an hour to an hour. So yeah, just watch as many ads as you want. There's enough else to do. You can level up in the background. And look, unicorns. I had no idea what that was about, but yay, unicorns! Woo! So let's do a little push before prestige. I'm tempted to try to do a speed run because to see how fast I can do the next run, because I've got a couple of clan crates. I might see how fast I can quickly get through this. Interesting. Whoa. Do you know what? I think I will, because then I might have enough to get a new artifact, and I'd rather get a new artifact than to level up my existing ones. I'm just a sucker. Yay, skill point. I must have passed my max stage while doing this in the background. Oh, 5. 4 5s. 5 5 5 5 5 5 5 5. Come on, I can make it. Yay! That looks like such a good number. Push a bit more. Yep. If you've got a blue bar underneath a Titan's health, so the health bar, if it's blue, it just means that if you kill out Titan, you will get an equipment item, which is very nice to have. It would be better if it would have been, not common, but I don't judge a weapon by its state. Also, thing to note, always try look down at the passive skills. Some strange reason there's no notifications to tell you when to level up these areas, but I would always recommend to frequently, maybe once a run, to just check this to see if any needs leveling. The reason being is because the majority of this section is for splashing, so you can see like splash, reduction of Titans, inactive counts. So all this makes your run faster. So say if you've got to level up for like a week, you potentially could have saved yourself tons of time. So yeah, check it regularly just to be sure. 2 skill points not enough to really level up anything. I'm trying to save them to level up next areas, so I probably need a few more skill points next. So what's my max stage? It's probably not at 5549, so I have just slightly gone over. Right, I'm gonna, yeah, do you know what, I'm gonna prestige and do a fastest run I can do. But before I do that, kit. Now the main pets to see in store, it's all damage, all gold, fluffers or kit. If you ever see fluffers or kit, because they don't pop up that often, buy them. Splash damage for kit, especially fluffers. You need high level fluffers when you start changing builds later on. So when you get to about 1,000 skill points, you're looking at Heavenly Strike or Shadow Clone, and you need a lot of mana for that. So fluffers is mana regen, and so if you start getting him here, you know, spending a bit of diamonds here and there, when you've finally got enough skill points, your fluffers should be high, and you would thank me it, and you'd be like, oh, thank you, Soulrise, that was such a good investment. I'm so happy to put all my diamonds into fluffers and pets, and instead of buying Titan chests and wasting it on legendary sets and shit. Soulrise, you're so amazing, thank you so much. That's exactly what you're gonna say. Yay, works this time, thank you very much. All hero damage, what level was that? 150, we'll get that as well. How many tap damage? Yes. Got a lot of pets, which I like, it makes me happy. Alright, so I'm going to get basic prestige and try to do a run as fast as I can and show you how I do it. So I'm going to do run as fast as I can. So 1 skill point to do. So what we'll do is prestige first, obviously. Once prestige, I'm going to drop a clan crate straight off the bat so that I can get higher, because at the moment I get 37 heroes, and because I dropped a clan crate, I should be able to unlock even higher leveled heroes than I should have done before, which should help me in my endeavour. Now that I've done that, now there's 2 levels to look after your mana's efficiency, which is basically, so in this bit here, you level up your Hands Midas first, level 1. I tend to do Hand Midas and Warcry level 1, and then you pop them, and that keeps your mana quite well. And then when you get near to max stage, you then increase you max out the Hands Midas, and that should you should have enough mana left to do so. And then after that, if you can't push anymore, then you level that Warcry, and then after that you can't push anymore, you level out the rest of the skills. That is where you can keep your mana quite high for a longer period of time. So at the moment it's just my goals, because I've popped one of the clan crates. My goal's just trying to catch up to the mounts. So it's E310 and I've only got E308, so I still have a lot of catching up to do. 3 skill points that I can put in there. I just level them up a bit more to see if it goes a bit quicker. You shouldn't really, but I do. So let's have a look at how quick of a run time I can do this. Weapon drop, nice. What is it? Ah, common weapon, what I've always wanted. Nothing new. Oh, a lot of porters, that's good. Oh, I've got a legendary item. That's nice, let's check that out. Poisonous Spellblade, all hero. Oh, it's actually lower than my current one. What does it give me? Fire sword clone. This gives me crit and heavenly strike. So that one's a bit better, but it's weaker than my current all hero damage. So I'll probably still keep my all hero damage. But the good thing about having a different poisonous spell blade, it does count towards my set. So where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not part of a set. Ah, it would be. Shadow Clone, Defiant, Frost Warden, Chain Work, Princess, Slave Fox. Because it was, if it would have popped up. Oh, that's a shame. What a shame. When you get a new hero unlocked, it's always good to check your helmet equipment, see if it still matches. Mine's ranged, so it's okay. Oh, still over 200 levels left. How long that'll take? Come on, push, 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 push. Ooh, what these fairy drops can give me? Mana, might as well. I think I need it. I collect it without watching an advert. Nice. Oh, so close. 515, 516. Oh man, it's really not doing anything. Last couple of stages, it's stalemate. No. Ah, well, without a mana, run out of active skills, but we're about 40 stages away, and that took 12 minutes. So probably, if I was pushed for the extra like 40 stages, I'll probably spend 5-10 minutes doing that. So probably not worth it. 17.37 mil. I've got my Books of Shadows. Well, next one's at 24 mil. So if I prestige again, I'll definitely have enough for a new artifact. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna level up my existing ones using an artifact optimizer, and I will show you how I do it. So first of all, you bring up your Google and you type in Titans to Compendium. You go to the website, tap Titans to Compendium, go to Tools Corner, you go to Artifact Optimizer. Luckily, it's still got stuff in it from my last encounter. So let's put this to the side. So level up these ones first. So this bit, let's put it to the side there. So total artifacts owned, I've got 45, so let's change that to 45. Clanship build, yep. Total relics, no, total relics, you go to hero, stats, go down to the bottom where it says relics earned, this section here, and I've got 174.52 mil. So 174.52 mil, and just literally copy exactly what it says, put M for mil, and it will update accordingly. Clanship, Pingo de Terre, War Smoke, Congress, strongest one is Rosa Bella, so I changed that one. It's not, no. Ascension is basically what it means by Ascension is a border. So we don't have a border, that's 0 Ascension. Blue one is first Ascension, green is second, and gold or yellow is third. So yeah, because I've got blue border, I am at first Ascension. My gold income is Pet Heart Midas, Fairy or Chesterton. If you're following build, you know which one it is. If not, then you basically just look at your skill tree. I've got majority of skill points in Heart of Midas, so I know that's my fairy income. If I had a ton in Chesterton, I've only got one, so I haven't. I'll do that again if you had a high boss gold or fairy. But majority of it I've got in Heart of Midas, so that's why I've got this one. My BOS level is my Books of Shadows level, and it's currently at 282, so I'll update that 282. And it's basically asking, like, do I want to set for the relics I get for this run, do I want to set a set amount towards Books of Shadows and use the rest to level up everything else? At the moment, I just want to level up my artifacts, because well, really you should be leveling up Books of Shadows in between tournaments, and then during tournaments level up your artifacts or get new artifacts. But I want to level up my artifacts now because I want to show you how to use the optimizer, and plus I want to push in the next run, well, while leveling them up, see how far I can actually push by doing so. And that'll be the end of today's video. So in this instance, I'm doing 100% because I want 100% level up all my other artifacts, not Books of Shadows. Estimated AD is your estimated artifact damage. I'll leave it switched on because I want to have that included in the calculations. Durendal push is the Durendal Simimabov. Where is it? Durendal sword, I want that included because I want to push. So it probably put a bit more. It probably ask Durendal sword to be higher level than normal. If you have it without, it wouldn't be as much. Rounding, let notation again. I'm using let at the moment because I'm still minions. When I get to very high percentages, I'll swap this bit to percentage. Where it goes there, so percentage, and then I'll be leveling them up like 1%, 2%, 5%, and then I'll put it into scientific notation. Just because you get to the point when you get so many relics that it becomes like hundreds of thousands, millions and millions, that you level them up by the non-percentage way, like 1,000, just takes ages. You literally click in at there for half an hour just to level them up. So you have to change the percentage just because it takes too long. When you get to that point, it's always better to do scientific notation because it's a lot easier to see it. All it just means is E over something, like E24. It's just the amount of zeros after E. So the higher the number after E, the bigger, the higher it is. That's it, pretty much. Anyway, I'm leaving it on these amounts because I'm still leveling them quite small. Now I need to check that the artifacts I've got ticked are matching here. So this is Heroic Sword, yes, Books of Prophecy, BOP. If you're not too sure, as it says, if you hover over them, it says a name. So let's go to the top. So I've got Crisis Bowl, that one, that's added, so that's new. Flute. Yep. Drunken Hammer, yep. Samoski, yep. Hero's Blade. Hero's Blade. Where's Hero's Blade? Oh, here is Hero's Blade, yes. Charm of the Ancients, yep. Helm, yes. Influence Alexa, that one, yep. Helm of Hermes, yep. Strange Fruit. Strange Fruit is a new one, there it is. I've added that. Corrupted Runeheart, yes. Durendal Sword, yes. Helheim Skull, yes. Oath's Burden, that's a new one. Helmet of Madness, yes. Midnight Bracelet, it's a new one. Switch that on. Sigils, yep. It's Titan's Mask, yep. Oh, there's a lot of yeses here. Antitoxins. Yep. Okay. If you notice, the amount of artifacts here is lower than 97. The reason being is because this artifact optimizer does not include quality of life artifacts. So basically, quality of life artifacts are ones that have caps. So I think it's between level 30 to level 60 or 70. I can't remember. But I think, yeah, it's between level 30 and 60. Because they're max, there's no point having them in the artifact optimizer because you can only get to a certain level. So this is assuming that you have them and they're maxed. So if they're not on a list and you've got them, just max them, just level them out, max them. That's it. That's what you need to do. So once I've done all that, to get rid of all the new ones, I'll just click on non-include artifacts shown. It just shortens the list, so it's easier. Now what it's doing is suggesting which ones, well, basically I'm just going to match it now. Now it says cost of suggestions is 127 mil and I've already got 17, and the reason being it's saying so high is because I've already leveled artifacts by not using an artifact optimizer, so it's not ideal. So basically to get to that ideal level, I'll have to spend a lot more relics into the correct amount, because you probably see, to give you an example, like Drunken Hammer says 150, but it says ideal level should have been 18. So basically I leveled up Drunken Hammer way more than I should do for the clanship build, but it doesn't matter because as you progress higher and higher, it eventually evens itself out. And I always stick to the point is that if you stick to the clanship build strictly, because sometimes it suggests you not to level anything, so like, you know, keep that level 20, 13 and stuff like that, it sometimes doesn't help you in the long term, because if you ignoring some artifacts or keeping them low leveled, like level 10, level 1, that every artifact gives you a little boost, little help in some way. Some equipment will give you a boost in certain areas that you cannot help. So even if you level up all these artifacts, you might have a helmet or equipment or mythic item that gives you extra critical damage or extra fire sword damage. Now, because you haven't leveled any artifacts in those areas, because you're being so strict with clanship, you're missing those potential bonuses, because this is suggesting you the best areas to level just for clanship. So it doesn't get into it doesn't take into account your equipment, which also, as I said, you know, if you don't have a pure clanship equipment and you've got only, for example, I don't know, a sword that does a lot of damage in, as I said, in critical damage, then this won't include high level critical artifacts. So it's worth leveling up some of the lower ones, and it will, overall it will help you. This is more for, like, the reason that I say suggest to keep out in low level artifacts, because the amount of time people have contacted me and said, Soulrise, I'm at stage 40,000, which, so they've been playing for weeks and months, and they go, I've hit a wall, I've followed up artifact optimizer, I've followed a build guide, and I've got pretty much all the artifacts, and I cannot get any further. I'm like only doing 50 stages per run, and I ask them to look at their artifacts, and literally half of them are still under level 100. They're at stage 30-40k, and half the artifacts haven't been leveled. And I'm like, that's why you're so weak. You're losing a lot of potential there. So it's not much to worry about now, but if you do hit a wall, think about that. Just think about it. All right, so what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at the highest percentage ones to level first. It's most ideal, so most recommended areas to level first. So 2020, 2024. So this one is the highest one. Flute or Soloist. This is 200, 290. So let's bump that up. So that takes a lot of my already. Should do 60. Whoa, it's already taken 10 mil just to level that up correctly. What else we've got? Heroic Sword. Heroic Swords could be 300 to level that up. I think I'm gonna use up all my artifacts for these. Ooh, oh, went a bit too over on that one. But Prophecy 170, that's too high. That could be higher. 300 it says. Let's just level up a bit more. Oh, I've gone way over that one as well. I'm getting trigger happy, guys. Trigger happy. Well, it's got Drunken Swords too high. Someone say it's 150, 20. Hero's Blade 399. So I'll do Hero's Blade next. I think that's pretty much going to be all my skills there. I'll do 400. Charming Ancients is 2020, so getting up level them way too high. Influential Alexa, that's be the next one I've got to level up loads, but I'm going to run out, so I might do another one. So that's it, those are the main ones. And then obviously looking at the rest, yeah, Influential Alexa is probably 900. SF, you can go up a bit more. Durendal Sword, again, go up a bit more. Helmet of Madness can go up a bit more. Yeah, so I want to put some more into those areas. But you know, they're pretty close. So that's how you use the Artifact Optimizer. I hope that is helpful. Now I've done those areas, I'm gonna see if I can do a little push. I need more mana first, so I'm gonna drop one of these. Bash. Use my pets. I'm going to try and do a little push before I end this video. Not that I think I'll do much difference. I did crit on it. There we go. Crit helped, and level up my heroes. So need them. Help me, guys. Oh, snap. So snap, half your titans for the next 50. Oh, I also got Porter as well. Oh, there we go. New max stage. Nice. A little bit more push, please. Oh, I've clicked something. Clicked the wrong thing. I would like to have an all perk fairy drop me. That would be lovely. That's it. That's my mana spent. Ah, poor heroes. Run out of steam already. So I've got 133 skill points. I wonder what my next skills will be. So next lot one says like 196. So I can't really do much there. It just says all an Astral Awakening really. Or Mega Push, Astral Awakening, Summon Dagger, Poison Edge, all that kind of crap. Okay. Got an all perk. A quick all perk drop just to end the video. That'd be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Get off. Get off. I'm gonna see if I can quickly get a decent fairy drop. If not, then I'll prestige and that'll be the end of that. So 16 mil. I need to put a lot more in my Books of Shadows because that would dropped it. Yeah, 43. So yeah, what I'm doing, I was just showing about how to level up artifacts. So now I'm in between tournaments. My goal next will be keep leveling up Books of Shadows. I want to get to the point where, as I say, the cost of artifacts is 24 mil. If I can get my Books of Shadows high enough that I can afford a new artifact in one run, then that's good. If it costs like you've got to do 5, 10, 15 runs to unlock the next artifact, then yeah, you've got to level up your Book of Shadows a lot more and level up your artifacts a lot more. And if there's anything you want me to go through or any questions, leave a comment below. What I'm going to try to do with these new episodes is answer the questions from the previous video. So leave a comment below in this video and I'll go through the most common ones or the most complicated ones, or I might even go through all of them. But leave a comment if you've got any questions and I'll try to answer it in the next video. I think that's it, guys. I think I'm just going to prestige and put them to Books of Shadows. Let's do that. Let's do that. Bishop of Brash. That's it. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you very much for joining us today. If you're new, like and subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll try to release the videos daily if I can. And also I stream on Twitch and YouTube every Sunday. I'll try to do it one day in the week if I do have the opportunity. But apart from that, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.